Kedu ka ụbọchị unu dị? Ụbọchị unu.
How was your day?
Yeah, ụbọchị means the day, yeah. Kedu ka ụbọchị unu mere? So how will you respond to that?
Ani ubochi.
No, start with ụbọchị.
Ubochi.
Anyị.
Ani di Emma.
Yeah,
Or
ụbọchị anyị dị mma. And if you want to say our day went well, how will you say that, Patrick?
Ụbọchị anyị is it?
Remember, went.
So Yigima.
No. Remember past tense.
Past tense is
So Patrick, if you want to say I came, how will you say that?
so
I came and went. Remember that. Remember how you will use it. And I told you I'm making to be saying this in the house, so you get used to it.
okay.
I know you know it. It's just don't think too much. So I went, I came. Remember, there are two different things.
Okay. So went is that Jet?
Yeah.
Jere?
And then?
I'm sorry?
What is said Jere, and what is the other one?
Oh, I came is
No. It said Jere. There are two ways for that. What is the other? If you don't use Jere, what will you use?
Jere or
you can use gara, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So ụbọchị anyị gara nke ọma. Our day went well. You see that? Ụbọchị, but remember in this case, you cannot say ụbọchị anyị jere nke ọma. No. The only time you use it is when you went somewhere. You say, I'll say, Patrick, how was your day? How was the trip? All gara nke ọma. Or how did you all go? Anyị jere nke ọma. You see, we went there. Anyị jere. Anyị gara. You can do that, but you cannot use jere in this case. When you're saying about your day. Ụbọchị anyị gara nke ọma. If it's singular, ụbọchị m gara nke ọma. You see that? So it has to be gara. Ụbọchị m gara nke ọma. But in this case, you're talking on behalf of both of you. Ụbọchị anyị gara nke ọma. Amaka ndewo. Amaka ndewo.
Ndewo.
Kedu ka email?
Adịmma.
Okay, daalụ. Ahụrụ m ihe omume gị. I saw your homework. But we're not gonna get to it today, okay? So, because I want us to start review. I don't know if any of you started doing something, and I was in Houston, so I couldn't come. We couldn't have any class. So we're gonna start the review because at the end, we'll go according to school system. So we're going to have our final quiz and tests. And I'm gonna call individuals to do oral one, but we're gonna do class one. That would be, I'm gonna send it, I believe I said December, the last day of school. So, but I'll send it out. So everybody gonna do. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna make out and go over it, but let's just do review today. Okay, so I was telling Patrick and Becky when I say, how did your day go? You can say my day went well. Okay. Ụbọchị m gara nke ọma, but if it's a group team plural, you have to answer on behalf of everybody. Ụbọchị anyị gara nke ọma. You cannot say jere nke ọma here. Jere is when you are referring to somebody. My friend went that place. Enyi m gara ebe ahụ jere. If you want to say I went, you can say ejerem, mob agaram, you say that. But in this case, you can't say ụbọchị anyị jere nke ọma. No, you can't use that day and the jere. Okay. Michael is on, right? Michael Kerr.
Adama.
Ndewo. Kedu ka ị mere tata? You see, when I say kedu,
Well, hold on. I know what you
kedu
said.
ka ị
You
mere
said
tata?
I know what you said though. You said, how am I doing today?
Kedu ka ị mere tata? So it's the same like when I say kedu, but I added tata today, which means you know what it is. Now, how will you answer that? Remember, you said Adam Umma, right?
Yeah.
So if I said tata, if you want to say Adam Umma,
I can say it again.
I am fine today. You can say Adam Umma tata or Adam Umma tata.
Adam
It's just
Umma.
you repeat that word, remember? But at least you know what I asked you. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna start review because we are going to do our final test and quiz coming up in December. So we're going to start because I want us to finish everything we did from first month. Every week we have to cover all of them. So we started. I know we started like kind of preamble, kado, kadikim, but we're starting with your alphabets. So I want to know any of you struggling with any of the alphabets. If you're struggling, I'm going to pull it up. So if you're struggling with any of them, I want you to let me know. We can touch base all of them. So we did the alphabet and Igbo numbers. We have some of the blend alphabets. We have our vowels. We have our consonants. So if you're struggling in any of them, I need to know. If not, because I'm going to call you and ask you to tell me how to pronounce them. So first of all, are you struggling in any of these alphabets? How to sound them?
I struggle a little bit with the blended words, but
okay, just like the CH, che, we. So CH we say che, GB, we, GH, re. So this one, the only way you're going to remember it like when you say amagem, like when you're doing negation. So obiage, adegem, ma. When you say adegem, ma. Obiage, abiagem. So when you're saying something in that area, amagem. So use that rem, the GHI, re, re. That's how you pronounce this one. Re. It's not B, it's re, re. Now GW is we. And when we did the class, I said, the way it sounded to you, can use a word in English or anything similar that will help you, probably a letter, to help you remember. You can write it on top of it and then use it to remember how to sound it. And then the I, so this is a regular I, but the other one with a dot underneath is the vowel one. So both of them are vowels. But the one with just a single dot on top is A. No emphasis, no struggle in there. A, it's just passive. Very, very passive. But the one with, this is how you write I, Igbo I in capital letter. But you're going to have it both up and down. It's A is deeper. The other one is A. The other one is A. And now KP. I know some people struggle, but for some reason, some people are not struggling. Wait, this is the one you use the inner throat, not your lips. It's wait. Your mouth will be closed, but you made the sound with the windpipe. Wait, with your mouth opening. Wait, and your tongue will kind of is folded a little bit. Up, concave up, like it's about to touch the roof of your mouth. Okay, now we have KW. And we have NW. Mwe, like when you say mwere. Mwere. Have. Mwe. Mwe. NY is nye. Nye. Then we have the N. You can either represent it with a dot or with a dash. It is the same thing. Sometimes Microsoft Word, if it doesn't have a dot, you can use a dash. Sometimes you can use something that looks like a comma. It's just because we don't have the app yet. It's ngo. For example, when you're trying to tell me, Arinze, ngo miri, drink water, ngo. So use that one to help you remember ngo. Ngo means drink. Simple. Ngo means drink. Ngo miri, drink water. Ngo ogu. Ogu means medicine. Ogu means medicine. I know we never said that in this class. Ogu. Ngo ogu. I say, Amaka, ngo ogu. Ngo ogu. Ngo miri. So ogu, the way you spell ogu is ogu. But then it should be punctuated. The vowels here, O and U, should be dotted. Ogu means medicine. Ngogu. Ngogu. So it means medicine. Okay, so I know Becky. Make sure you tell Sophie. Sophie, ngogu. Sometimes when you're giving it a ngogu, take medicine, ngogu. Okay. All right. So, and we have she, some dialect, we barely use this SH, but some dialect, Oshere, Imo State, some part of Imo State, like Owerri, Mbise, Olo, some part of them, their dialect, they say, Oshe. It means Ose. Like when you're trying to say, Ose. Ose bia. When Amaka will say, what did Becky say? I say, then I will say, I will tell Amaka, Becky said, Ose bia, but this is Anambra and say some Central Igbo. They will say, Ose bia. She said, remember, this is Ose bia. She, which is O, said means SI, which is say. Yeah. But now in this case, this is how Owerri people or Mbise or Olo people will say. Oshe. Yeah. So instead of SI, they say Oshe, SHI. That is their dialect. It means both of them means she said or he said, come. Ose, beer, but the way we do use Central Igbo here, this is how we're going to write it. But if I give you a written assignment and you said you put SH, it is correct. Because I will know it is your dialect, which is good. And I encourage people to speak their dialect. But if you also say Osebia, it is okay. And then it will be, maybe that's your dialect, or you're using the Central Igbo we teach. So we barely use it, but some part of Igbo, they use it because of their dialect. And this is all the blend ones. But then also the vowels here, especially the ones with a dot. Okay, the ones that you have to punctuate. Some of them you go with your sound. O, A, okay, O. So the A, O, and then the ngo is not part of the vowels. It's just the alphabet. But the 8 vowels we have, the best way for you to remember them, the 2 groups that we created for them, the the E, the O, the U. Now, the second group, which is the A group, the R group, is A, E, O, and O. So it will help you to remember them. So don't forget. Because when I call you, I may say, I need you to tell me the vowels. But I'm going to send out a note. Everybody tell me, probably I'll do a poll. So the pool, everybody will tell me at different times and days. You let me know, put yourself when you think it will be okay for me to call you. And then I'll give you a call. That will be your oral, as an oral test. But we're going to have the quiz in class. Okay, so this is just an example. All right, so any of you struggling with any of the vowels? If not, we move on to numbers. And any of you struggling with the vowels? So everybody okay with the vowels, the 8 vowels, right? And this alphabet is very important because if you miss any of these alphabets, it means you will struggle to pronounce any Igbo words. So don't miss it. It's very important to know everything, even in English language, everything starts with alphabets. You have to know them to be able, especially the blend words here. So if you don't know them, it will be hard. It will be hard. Like Amaka, remember you have a blend word, a blend alphabet in your name, right? Obuach, you see that the GB there. If you don't know your, then you will struggle to say that. As well as no, not Becky doesn't have a Ndagoba. No. Ariza, what is your last name? You know your last name. Ariza, you know your last name. What's your last name?
Izani.
Okay, you don't have a blend word. So I think Amaka has it. So Ezane, yeah. All right. So Ariza, are you Chika's son?
Yeah.
Oh, so you are William's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to alphabet because I'm trying to see if we can get to phrases tonight and greetings. The numbers. First of all, hey Timothy. Becky, kedu ka Timothy mere? Kedu ka Timothy mere?
Timothy D. Ma.
Kedu ebe Timothy nọ? Where was Timothy before you brought him? So kedu ebe ọ nọbụ?
Timothy.
Tell me that Timothy was sleeping.
I know that's what I'm trying to say.
There you go.
Timothy. Ihuru. Ahu. No, that's
Tell
not
me
right.
Timothy. Okay, now tell me. It is the same way like Timothy was sleeping. Timothy is sleeping.
Mhm.
Just use it. Yeah, the same way you say Timothy is sleeping. You just say use that one. Use the present one.
Timothy na
Araho,
Arahu Uru.
ora.
Ura.
Timothy na araho ora. Okay. Now, if it's going to be in the past tense, you say Timothy na arahubu. Timothy na arahubu ora. I'm gonna put it. If you're putting something in the past tense, you say, because I asked Becky where was it? So what was it? Where was it? So Becky was trying to tell me that Timothy was sleeping. So if you want to say Timothy was sleeping. Okay. So if you want to say the same thing, even though we're using Timothy, so you're going to say Timothy na arahubu arahubu ora. Say that. He was arahubu. It means it was in the past. So this is any opportunity we see, we can squeeze some vocabularies in. Na arahubu ora, it means he was sleeping. Amaka, kedebe mama gị nọ? Mama m na-arahubu ora. You see that? So, kedebe nwanne gị nọ? Nwanne m na-arahubu ora. My sibling was sleeping. Na-arahubu ora. Na-arahubu. So in this case, it means the two U's must be punctuated. I need you guys to know this because you're learning how to write too, even though we haven't started doing that. So it should be punctuated. And the U with the aura should be punctuated because of the vowel. Know that, guys. All right. So moving on. The numbers, by now, everybody should know their numbers. And I said the key is for you to know from 1 to 10 because the rest of them will be plugging in. Once you know your number 1 to 10, then the whole numbers, 20, 30, 40, you need to know the whole numbers, which is iri abụọ, iri atọ, iri anọ. If you don't know your numbers to 10, you will struggle to know the whole numbers as well. You will struggle to plug in the number. And the reason I said know your 1 to 10, once you know 10, which is iri, then the rest of them is iri abụọ. But if you don't know that 2 is abụọ, you will struggle. Iri atọ, iri anọ, iri ise, until you get to iri itenaani or iri itoolu, which is 9. And if you don't know that, then that's a problem. Okay? So you have to know all of them. 1 to 10. Otu, abụọ, atọ, anọ, ise, isii, asaa, asatọ, itenan. Some people say itenan or itoolu or itegete. Then the rest is for you. Plug in that number. Now, when you go to 10, iri, you start plugging in the number. Iri, then the preposition na otu. Iri na abụọ. Until you get to iri na itoolu, then you start saying, what's going on with my connection? Then you start saying, iri abụọ, right? Iri abụọ na otu. Iri abụọ na atọ. Iri abụọ na ise. Iri abụọ na asatọ. Now, I want to know, all of you, you know your numbers to 10, right? And the whole numbers, because I'm going to ask questions. Okay, Amaka, Genebo, 11. But let me check with your numbers 1 to 10. Amaka, Genebo, ato. Genebo, ato.
3,
Okay, Amaka, Genebo, 4.
ato,
No, if 3 is ato, 4 is a no. You see that? Now arrange the Genebo, 5.
Ise,
Arrange the Genebo, Genebo 11.
iri na ito. Oto.
O2. Okay, Genebo 2, arrange.
Abo.
Abụọ. Becky, Genebo 7.
Sorry. Asa.
Taa. Becky, Genebo 13.
Iri na ato.
Atọ. Okay, daalụ. Patrick, Genebo 5.
Ise,
Genebo 6.
isi,
Genebo 21.
iri, abo na otu.
There you go. So it's just once, if you can use this formula, everybody, all of you did very well. But if you use this formula, you're going to do well. There's no number that I'm going to ask you that you won't be able to know. But then don't forget that 100 is a different thing. It's nare. Forget about this one. I put this is in the olden days. How our forefathers, our ancestors used to count it. Ogo. Don't worry about that one. The one you need to know is nare. Nare. Nare, note the same way you plug in numbers. Now you get to 1,000. Puku. And then you get to 1 million. Nde. After that, you have in Jerry 1 billion. And the rest of them is just plugging in the numbers as well. Okay, so if you don't know your numbers, please go over. I think Ijoma compiled everything and was sending it. So go over all of them. If you don't have it, if you are not able to get what Ijoma sent, and then I don't mind reposting everything again, but all of them are there. Okay, so do that because you're gonna see some numbers as well. Okay, so I'm going to share the greetings. We need to do the greetings. You need to know your greetings as well. You need to know good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And it's different that we have 2 good nights. Okay? Ototo, oma. Ehihie, oma. This is the note that we did. I'm just going over what we did. Okay? Ehihie, oma. Mgbede, oma. Anyase, oma. And this is when you see somebody passing anyase, oma. Then the other one, when I step into your house, Amaka, do you remember what it is? How do you say that?
Kachifo.
Kachifo. Then Arinze, what will you say when she say kachifo?
Cario.
Cordio. No. Cordio is okay. When you say see you next time, I say likewise. Cordio is likewise. So when Amaka say kachifo to you, like you are just leaving Amaka's house, and she said the kachifo. Then you tell her call. You see that call, may the night don't wait. Because when she say kachifo, say may the night don't wait. So oh call. It's just the sentence as I say telling somebody okay, likewise. But see you next time. See you next time. Cardio. Remember, when I say KMSL, then you say cardio. But if you're the one that say KMSL to me, I'll say cardio. So it doesn't matter, but it's like likewise. Okay? Okay, now. Other greetings. Like Arinze, when do you say good night to somebody? When do you say good night to me?
Me, you say good night when I'm seeing you, when I'm past you at the nighttime.
There you go. Or maybe you can also say that it's like you're telling somebody, "Annyeonghaseyo." You see that? But if it's like some people I know it's interchangeably, you can say "Annyeonghaseyo" to somebody. For example, we are going to a party, and then I just stepped in. You were there before me. I can say "Annyeonghaseyo" to you. You can say "Annyeonghaseyo." But when we all leaving, oh, you're leaving, I'm leaving, you're entering your car, I'm leaving. Amaka is there. I say, oh, Amaka, kachifo. Amaka can say, cowboy. You see that? So you can use it anytime. It doesn't matter, really. Okay, so Patrick, what do you say? How do you say hi? What is hi?
Ndewo.
Whoa, okay, good. So you say hi. And also, when you come to a podium to give a speech, to a group of people, I say, ladies and gentlemen, you can say, Ndewo. See that? Ndewo. That's how you say. So they got Ndewo. You see that? So people say, you just say, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So you see that? Ndewo. Say that. Okay, so Amaka, what do you greet in the afternoon? What do you greet somebody in the afternoon? Huh? What did you say again?
Ehehi Oma.
A he here. Can you say a he here?
Ehihe Oma.
There you go. And then I can say a he here. Arinze, what do you greet in the morning?
Otutu Oma.
And then sometimes I will say a bolachi. Remember I say bolachi also means what? Good morning. And then that bolachi, have you woken up well? And our grandmas are most people that say something like that. Ebolachi nwam. When they say ebolachi nwam, and we also know what is nwam. When I say nwam, Becky, gina nwam.
My child or my baby.
My baby or my child. So some grandpas and grandma will say, oh, nwamo. When they say nwam, you have to know what they mean. Oh, my child. So that's how they greet. You see that? So Becky will come now, get to and say, oh, otutu ọma, mama. You see, some of these grandmas and grandpas, out of respect, we say, otutu ọma, mama. It's not like that, your mom, otutu ọma, papa. You see that? But we say all those things just out of respect. It doesn't mean they are your mom or dad. And then we also, some of little kids according to Igbo culture, like Arinze, like all of you will call me auntie. I'm not your blood auntie. You see that? But it's out of respect. You say auntie. Some of the people that are older than me that I can call mommy, mom, mama, or like all the grandmas. I may see Becky's mom or Becky's grandma, and then I refer to Becky's grandma and say, mama, just out of respect. That's the way. That's Igbo culture. When I see Amaka's grandpa, or maybe Amaka's dad is way older than me, I will call Amaka's dad Papa. You see that? It's just a sign of respect. It doesn't mean Amaka's dad is my dad. And Arinze may see my husband now and say uncle. It's a sign of respect. But then, or Arinze, you can just say doctor or a mystery. But in Igbo culture, we say all these things just to show respect. But your parents are the ones to tell you. And at your age, you know who are your blood aunts, uncles. You see that? So at your old age, nobody should tell you. But like Becky's children now, Patrick and Becky, it is their job to say, okay, this is the reason you call this person auntie or uncle. It's a sign of respect. They are not your related uncles and aunts. Then you let them know who are their related uncles and aunts. Because sometimes if you don't explain all these things to them, they may think that those people they call aunties and uncles, they are related. Sometimes it will affect them to they think that, oh, they're related. For example, oh, I can't even marry from this family. No, you can marry from that family. So you don't want them to misunderstand that area when they're growing up, knowing that, for example, they're supposed to marry in this family, but because they thought that they are related. So I'm saying this because you guys are young adults, you're supposed to know that. So don't worry about all the people you call aunts and aunties. Ask your parents. For example, in case if you want to intermarry, you want to marry from that family, you need to know that you are not related. You're saying it because of out of respect. So nothing is holding you from marrying from that family. So you all need to know all this, please, because that's one of the problem our children. It's like they don't know, oh, I call this person uncle, I call this person aunt. Am I related? So don't ask. If you don't know, please ask your parents. They should be able to direct you well. Okay. All right. Now, when you see somebody in the evening time, you see somebody in the evening time. Patrick, what do you greet in the evening?
Mbele ọma.
Again, go yours.
Mbele ọma.
Mbede. Can you say mbede ọma?
Mbele ọma.
Yes, mbede ọma. Now, Amaka, how will you ask Becky, what is your name in Igbo? How do you ask Becky, what is your name? You're asking Becky, what is your name?
Ahambu.
No, no, remember, you're saying, when you say humble, it means my name is, but you're asking her a question. So, Becky, how will you ask Amaka, what is your name?
Ginibu Afagi.
Now, Amaka, that's when you will respond, humble. You see that? Okay, so, Arinze, how will you tell Patrick, I am here? I am here. How will you tell Patrick, I am here?
Hold on.
You know it.
I do know it.
Just remember. How will you say, I am here?
I am here. I will say.
Patrick, how will you tell Arinze, I am here?
Ana m ebe a.
I need a little more time. I could figure it out.
And it's okay, Arinze. Anam
Okay.
eba. It means I am here. Anam eba. Anam eba. So that's how you say it. And we have some phrases, some of the things we said. How are you doing today? Kedu ka ị mere tata? Maọbụ kedu ka ị mere taa? And now, gịnị bụ aha gị? You can also say, kedu aha gị? It's not just only gịnị. You can also say, kedu aha gị or afa gị. You can say that. Kedu aha gị maọbụ gịnị bụ aha gị. There are ways you can say that. And guys, to be honest with you, if every class after class and this class know that you print it out and you go over it, there's no reason you will not know all these things. I know we are working, we are all busy. But if you do this, you will know almost, or if not all, at least half of what we did. So all it takes just, and this language is all about repetition. And that's why it's very important, like this Timothy now, if Becky and Patrick will start speaking Igbo to Timothy, trust me, Timothy will speak better than Xavier and Kate. So Timothy and Sophie, they stand a chance of speaking better because they're hearing it growing up and they're hearing it repeatedly. So all the language is all about repetition. And if you repeat that word, like today now, Becky will say, Sophie, nyamungaji. And Sophie will say, what, mommy? I say, give me a spoon. And tomorrow, Becky will repeat again, Sophie, give nyamungaji. Sophie will run and get it without even asking again. And tomorrow again, you hear that word again, she knows it. And you wouldn't, what happened? Children, they get it, they keep storing it. Gradually, they will start bringing it out, even when you are not expecting it. So the sentence adult, we also learn by repetition. Once you keep saying it tomorrow, you say, next tomorrow. So you can say it around that even Arinze can even tell your mom. Just say it. Mama, your mom will start laughing, yes? But you're trying to learn. Say it. Don't let them laugh. You can say, William, keep saying it. You say, Papa, because you're trying to get used to it. And then by the time you keep saying this, you won't say it with accent anymore. So I want you guys to be saying things randomly. You say it to even to your friends that don't even know what you're saying. You're just trying to learn it. And guess what? You can also record yourself. Send it to WhatsApp. Send it to me. I want to, because I will help you to brush it up. Hey, Guinea, you say some words, because if every day you say, okay, I must learn 2 different words today or 2 sentences today, how to say something. Say it to me. You know what? Trust me, if you want to get something, you can say, Papa, achorom ego. Achorom ego. Who knows what is ego? What is ego? Gịnị bụ ego? Ego. Ego. Achorom ego. Nyem ego. Nyem ego. What is ego?
What?
Ego means money.
Money.
Aris, if you want to get money from your dad, Papa achorom ego, he's going to be, how do you know how to say that? You know, so those words, if you want to, today, you want to know how to say, achorom isin, I want to cook. I want to eat. You know, start, and they want to play along. Just play with your dad, play with your mom, play with your husband, wife, play with your siblings. Learn those words and then put it in your portfolio. But that's how you learn. Every day, you say, okay, I must learn how to make 2 sentences. You keep adding them. Before you know it, in a week, you know already 14 sentences or 14 different words. It's tough, but hey, we can squeeze it in our schedule. This language is not hard, but we're the ones making it so hard. So I'm trying to say, how can I help? I am busy 24 hours, guys. I don't know if I get up to 6 hours of sleep or 4, because some days I stay up. I have different classes. I teach music lessons, pianos, all this. And so that is barely getting time for myself. But I am happy. I want to help you guys learn it. I'm happy to see you speaking it. We need to put more effort. Becky and Patrick, they barely miss class. And trust me, Becky and Patrick are reading. And the more I want to give them more to do, because the more you read, the more you pick more vocabularies. The only thing left for them now to do is just brush their intonation, brush their accent. But they know some words because I challenge them. So, and then we're going to review now. After this, we're going to review our pronouns before we end today. Because that pronoun, they are the key. You know how to put it in the present tense, future tense, past tense. Once you know all this, that pronoun, I want you, if you don't know it, please go back after reviewing it today. Because you need it. That's the key. And then the verb. We're going to get to verb next week. So please, I want you all to put more effort. It's not easy, but it's easy if you put effort into it. And hey, bug me. I want you to bother me with the words, with the sentences. And then that's one good thing about WhatsApp. It's easy. I'm going to record it and say, oh, correct you and say, oh, you didn't say it right. This is how to say it. Even when you're walking to your class, even when you're walking to work, even when you're driving to work, you can put it and play it over and over. You're not even stressing over it, but at least you can listen to it. If you listen to rap music going to work, stop listening. Listen to your Igbo lessons when you're going to work. It's going to help. At least you pick 2 words there before you get to your destination. All right, so we're going to stop here. Let's go to, do you have any questions about our greetings? We can go over that. If you have any questions, your greetings. For the greetings, if not, we're going to go to our pronouns. So the pronouns, we call it nochia. It's something that replaces a noun. And we all know that. It replaces a noun. Okay, so, and we did in our class, we said, Papam, my bag, my book, my house, my this, my that. So remember, when you say my hand comes before what? Mine. If you say my house comes before mine. So it's this way. In English, mine comes first. If you say my bag, my and the bag. But in Igbo, bag will come before mine. So don't forget, just like my father. Your father comes before mine in Igbo when you're making a sentence. So my friend, enyim, and that mine is M. That's me. In alphabet, it's me. But when you make a sentence, it's Okay, just like in Kem, mine. Kem, mine. Kem, all right? Mo is me. Mo, when I say Amaka and I, in English, that is correct. But in Igbo, I will come before Amaka. If Arinze want to say Patrick and I, then in English, grammatically correct. But in Igbo, Arinze, you come before Patrick. So for example, what I just said now, Amaka, if you want to say you and the Becky? How will you say it in Igbo?
Gị na
You
Becky.
and the Becky. Remember, in English, you will say Becky and I, right? But in Igbo, how will you say it?
Mụ na Becky.
Muna Becky. There you go. So the grammatically, it is correct that way. But in English, if it is in English, that's wrong. Yeah, you see that. So Muna Becky. That's how you put it. Now, coming to Ge, you are yours. When I say, when I'm talking now, the probably I'm saying I'm looking at three people, three of you, four of you talking. And then Arinze will say, who are you talking to, Auntie? I will say, Arinze, Ge. Is it that I say, Ge? I'm pointing at Arinze, I say, Ge, which means you. That's when you use it, it is direct. And then Arinze will turn and say, what do you say? Who says this? I say, Arinze, it is yours. Nkegi, it says that it means yours. Nkegi, it means it is nkegi. Nke. When I say nke, nkegi, it means it is yours. It, nke. You see, is ge, it is yours. And then you are, when I say your sister, now what comes first? One, which is your sibling, comes first. Your sister, one neg. You are, when I say here, I want you guys to know why we have all three of them. When I say your sister, I will say one. See, first of all, sibling will come in. One neg. Now, your is there. Now, sister, the gender will come now, right? One neg. You see that? One neg. Your. If I say now, let me just stop. Let me just say your sibling. That way we don't put gender. When I say your sibling, then it means one neg. You see that? Your sibling. One neg. Okay, so you see how you use it. But when I say your brother, I didn't say, what will you say in Igbo? Your brother. Do you remember what brother is?
Okay, G.
No. Nwoke is okay.
Oh, that's man.
Brother, right? Now, if you want to say your brother, how will you say it? Okay, Amaka, how will you say your sister?
I just need brother. That's all I need.
Nwane. Nwane. Nwani.
Nwanne gị nwanyị, right? Arinze, see that? Nwanne gị nwanyị. Your sister. Nwanne gị nwanyị. Okay? Now, Arinze, how will you say your brother?
Wanna get okay.
There you go. Nwanne gị nwoke. But if I say now, Patrick, your siblings, what will you say? It's no longer singular.
Right.
Your siblings. What is sibling? Singular. What is sibling, Patrick?
Isn't that just one year?
One. Now, siblings with S.
Is it indeed?
No.
No.
No. How do you say your siblings?
So, no.
Umunnegi, yes. Umunnegi. How do you say your children, Becky?
Umuaka.
Your children.
It's not umuwakagi.
You can say umuakagi or umoge. See
Umugi.
that? Yeah, umuakagi. Yeah, you're right. You can also say umoge. And
Okay.
guess what, Becky? Umuakagi is the advanced Igbo, which means you said it right. It's the advanced umuakagi. See? Then the umoge means your children. Now, who will tell me? Let me see who will say, get it. Your children's, my friends, okay, your friends' children. Your friends' children. Your friends' children. Let me see who will try here.
How you say
What are
friends?
your friends' children?
How you say friends?
Friend.
And
I'm not
two.
gonna tell you. Okay, friend means any arrange. Any. But then you're supposed to know in plural. Remember, we said there's no such a thing as S in Igbo language. But we have two ways of representing it. Your friends' children, Becky, try. I know you will get it.
Is it umu endi enigi?
If Becky, you said again.
Yeah. Umu endi enigi.
When you say nde enyi, okay? Yeah. Right? Children. Your friends' children. Nde. You see why Becky put nde here? Because of the plural. Nde. If we said your friend singular, say, I want you to pay attention. And Becky, you did very well. I'm so proud of you. I didn't know you get it. Your friends' children. Now, she started with the children. Because if you do it the other way, you'll be wrong. Nde enyi. That ndi enyi means, because friends here is plural. Ndi enyi. You say that. Ndi, because this is your friends. It's not one friend. We didn't say friend. But these are children of your friends. So, Becky, bravo. Ndi enyi. Now, let me see if Patrick will get it. And then G is your. The reason I keep stressing on this because we have G as you. You are yours. Yes, Timothy. So we have I as you direct when you're talking to that person and pointing at that person. You are. It is your friend. It is your friend. It is your father. And then also yours, it belongs to you. It is yours. Onkege. You see, that's why I keep talking about it because I know it can be confusing. All right. Now, if I say, let me change what I say here. My friend, my mother's, okay, friend, my mother's friend. This is simple. I don't want Becky to say it. I need somebody else to volunteer. My mother's friend. Patrick, you wanna try?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yes. Balea. Balea means try.
So any niem,
Any again. Say it again. Koyozo.
any niem, and
Any nem mob. What is the other word for ne?
that is
What's the other word for your mom now? Come on,
oh
Patrick.
my mom.
Mama.
Mama.
You see how Patrick said it? Patrick Dalo. Any nem. Any nem. Okay. Any nem. Or you can say any mama. My mother's friend. Bravo, Patrick. Any nem. or you can say Enyi Mamam. You see the Arinze and the Amaka?
So,
Are you confused?
so
I
what
see
did
Arinze clapping.
what did
Good.
I'm clapping? Good job, man.
Yes.
Good job to
So
both of you.
Arinze.
But what
Did
does
you get
nem
it?
mean?
Nem means mama. See, that's another word for mama. What is
Oh.
mama Arinze? Mama is your mom.
I was just kidding. No.
There you go. so you can say nem is another word for mama. Mama, mabu nem. And Patrick, thank you for using it because we've not been using it. I want everybody to know it's good to use different things. So enyi nem. So Amaka, is it clear? Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to A. Now, don't be confused here. Remember, gay can be you, but you know when to use the gay. Now, this A, for example, when I say Arinze, E biara. E biara means, did you come? You see that? E biara. You see, it is different. It is not the same as the other U, GI, which is a gay. Because this is going to come up on a final test, okay? When I say Patrick E biara, when I say Arinze E biara, it's a question. Did you come? Did you? This is a question you're asking somebody, E biara. Now, when I say Amaka, will you come? Amaka, will you come? Will you come? It means Amaka, Egabia. Ega. You see, when you use that Egabia. Now, when I look at Becky, I say, you came. When I say, Becky, you came. I say, Becky, Biara. You see, that A is alone. Becky, you came. Or you came to my house. Biara no lom. When I look at Arinze, I say, Arinze, Biara no lom. Or I say, Arinze, you went to Patrick's house. Arinze, Igara no lo Patrick. Igara. You see, when you use that, you will come. You went to this place. Egareba, you are coming. So that's different. It is different from the other you. So know when to use that. I don't want you where you're supposed to use the gay. You go ahead and say, hey, now. You know the difference. And we're going to go, some of the examples that I gave to you, we conjugated all of them. Now, yeah.
Is there a
This
sheet?
year, okay, I don't say what I do.
Yeah, was there a
Oh, yeah.
sheet?
You get it. Go ahead.
Was there a sheet on this? Like a sheet on conjugating it for the different tenses?
Yeah, each of these pronouns, they are different. We conjugate them. We make sentences with each of them, which we are going to review next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we are doing review because your final test will come at the end of, I think, second week of December. Yeah, so this is just a review for you to know at least each of these pronouns, when to use them. And then next week, you see some of the examples when we use them. And I'm trying to give you some examples here too. So now, yeah, is that you will use the ya for third person. Now, rinse, for example, you're going to say, you ask Amaka, who removed my book? And then Amaka, 1 second, guys, let me, thinking my battery is running down. Let me get something here. Brian. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so when I say yeah, Brian. So Arinze, when you ask a question and you ask Amaka, who removed my book? Now, Amaka is not going to talk. Amaka will be talking to you, right? Two of you are talking to each other. Then Amaka is going to point at Becky. But she's still talking to you and say, oh, yeah. Remember, you asked that question, Amaka indirectly was telling you that Becky did it. But Amaka is not talking to Becky. But she pointed and said, yeah. You see that? Arinze, again, when you come to me and say, oh, somebody removed my book. I don't know who did this. You're talking to me. And then I will point at Amaka and say, Amaka removed it. But instead of using Amaka's name, you use the pronoun. Don't forget. Pronoun replaces a noun, right? And you say, and then I will tell you, yeah. I'm pointing at Amaka. If Amaka may not even know that I'm telling you that she did it. See what I'm saying? So you are the first person. You who was asking the question, I'm the second person. Amaka is the third person. You get it now? So you use yeah for third person.
So when would you use oh?
Or is when you are trying to say, she did it, he did it, it. When I say, instead of saying, Arinze is walking, I will say, he is. Instead of using the person's name, you use he, she, it. That's when you use you see where I put he, she, and it, right? For example, Arinze, when I say Arinze, kedu ka mama gị mere? Instead of telling me, Mamam Demma, you say, all Demma. Because that all represents she, right? When I say Arinze, how is your cat? Or how is your dog? It is fine. So that's all Demma. You use it for the cat. Unless if you want to tell me that your cat is a female or a male, you can say he is fine or she is fine. Okay? When I say, Arinze, where is your bag? You can tell me, it is there. Instead of saying my bag is here, you say, it is there. That's honor, eba. Honor, eba. We see that? So you use all, that's the pronoun, to replace he, she, or it. You get it now?
Yeah. And
Are
I
you
use
sure,
that
Arinze?
when somebody would be in the room.
Huh?
And I use ya if somebody was in the room with me.
No,
I was
you
just trying
use
to.
yeah for a third person.
So is there a difference between the two? Can I use them
Okay,
interchangeably?
give me an example when you will use yeah. I want to make sure you got it.
Okay, I use yeah if you ask me about something and then somebody's in the room and I point to them, I say yeah.
Okay, now use here. I want you to give me example with your brother William and your mom. Now,
Okay, so
just
William,
give me example. Forget about what I said. I want to make sure you get it.
he's eating food, but he didn't clean his room. And then she
Hmm?
asked me, "Where's William?" And I said, yeah, you over there."
And when your mom say, "Where is the William?"
Oh,
No,
oh,
you remember
oh,
you're
oh,
going
oh,
to
okay,
say,
okay,
"Oh no,
okay.
Eba." You say,
She
"Okay."
asked me, who didn't clean their room, and I'll be like,
There you go.
yeah,
There you go. And they will point. You don't want to, you don't even want to say William didn't clean it. You see, you can point and say, yeah.
uh,
Okay. And then, or maybe your mom left a loaf of bread on the table, and probably your dad removed it. And then your mom was talking and saying, I don't know who removed this. Probably she was just asking. She didn't ask you, okay? Because I don't
uh,
want you to take it like one way road now. She was just, I came in the room. Who removed the loaf of bread from this table? And then you will just, you go to your mom. You may go to your mom and say, you will point at your dad and say, yeah. You see that? Your dad may hear you and then everybody will be laughing. So it's just when you're talking about another person. Simple. Okay, you're talking to the person looking for something or the person that asks you a question, but you are speaking indirectly, talking about another person, that person did it. You are not talking to that person. So simply it's just the third person. So you got it. I believe you got it, okay? That's when you say that. Amaka, is it clear? All right. And then ha is there, them, or there. Or you can say theirs, okay? So when you say there, ha na abia, they are coming. Ha biara, they came. Ha ga abia, they will come. It is theirs, okay? Onke ha. So when you say theirs, onke ha, you see, it is theirs. You can also say, it belongs to them. You see that? So this is ha, 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 and ha is plural. So know that. Now, Ani is we, us, ours, it belongs to us. Onke Ani. We are here. Ani, no, but everything Ani. This is plural. Ani. When I say Arinze, keduka onu mere. When you're answering on behalf of everybody, say, Ani demma. You know that, Arinze, right? Amaka, when I say, hey, kedebe, oh no. For example, I say, where is your family? Ani no eba. I say you're answering on behalf of everybody. Or you are in a group, you're the one speaking on behalf of. You say Ani. See that? Okay. Then uno. Uno is a direct talk. You can't say uno and then it's going to be indirect. Uno is when you're talking to a group of people. When you're talking, group can be from 2 and above. And you're looking at them. So it has to be a direct talk. Now that I'm talking to all of you here, I say, onu nile. Onu nile. You see that? Onu nile. You all will come. Onu nile, Gabi. I can say you, if I'm talking to all of you. Onu. I don't have to put onu nile because I know I'm speaking to a group of people. And I say onu. And Brother Patrick will be, oh, who are you talking about? Who will do it? I will say, I mean you all. Onu nile. You see that? So I want you all to know this. Please learn all your pronouns. You need to know them. Because next week I will say, hey, Arinze, genebu ha. Amaka, genebu he, she, or it. Or I may even just say, genebu it. I can say, genebu, you all. Patrick, genebu, mo. So you need to know, at least learn them, know them. Okay, because next week we'll go over all the examples. Okay? So, onwanye nwere ajụjụ. Onwanye nwere ajụjụ. Next week we start with the examples and then the verb. Onwere onye nwere ajụjụ.
Ajụjụ.
Esi ị
And-
nwere ajụjụ. Amaka, how do you say it again? Say it.
Enwere m ajụjụ.
Enwere m ajụjụ. Good. Ngwa, go ahead.
So for do you only use that for questions?
Which
For
one? What do you
number-
say for eh?
Yes.
Which is it? Is it when you're using the letter eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the e letter and the a letter is when you are trying to address yourself. When you say now, for example, you say enwerem, and it has to go with the vowels. You cannot combine the vowels. For example, enwerem, E-N, okay, W-E-R-E. If you can't combine it with the a, you cannot be anwerem. Now you can say ejerem. All of them there should be a. You cannot have a and a. And then you can say garam. You see that it has that vowel harmony must be there. Agaram means I went. Ejerem also I went. So you use these two letters when you're trying to tell me something about yourself, when you're trying to express yourself, when you're trying to say something about yourself. Okay, so pay attention to those two letters. They have to do with you saying something. But then E has its own group of vowels, which is those Igbo vowels without punctuation underneath. The A, O, and U. And then a group of vowels, A, O, and O. You see that? But when you're expressing yourself, pay attention to those two vowels. You can't combine them. Did you get it?
Yeah, so it depends on the verb that's being
It
used.
depends. Yes. It depends. Okay. Yeah. And when
Okay.
we do the review of verb, it will be more clear. Okay. It will be
Okay, thanks.
clearer. So when we do that. All right. And when you're saying Timothy, ị nwere ajụjụ? Becky, Timothy, ị nwere ajụjụ? Okay. All right. Arinze, ị nwere ajụjụ? All right. Hey, is that my Xavier? Xavier, kedu?
Oh, Adi Mma.
Ah, good. All right, everybody, please go over your notes, okay? I want everybody to do well. So now you know how to reach me, text me, or record me if you want to learn how to say something. I will correct and send it back to you. Ngwa ka emesịa nụ.
Audio.
Audio. All right.
Claudia.
All right, everyone.